Welcome to the Build, Change, Impact podcast, where we help you build your business, change your life, and impact your world through inspiring conversation. This is for you, business owners, to help you go from just working it to building an asset with greater impact. I'm your host, Stacey Ansley, so let's get started. Hi, it's Stacey with Build, Change, Impact, and I'm excited to share with you an interview I did with Donna Holmes of It's a Bag. It's a handmade bag. Donna and her husband, Randy, live in Texas. They've been married for 39 years and have 3 grown kids. And she's also the grandmother to 5. So they've been living in Texas for a little while now, and she started up this business. And so really during this time, we got to talk about why she started it, what's been happening over the last few years, and where she wants to take this, but ultimately, what impact has she already been able to have as she's grown her business? So I look forward to sharing this with you today. Enjoy. Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Build, Change, Impact podcast. Today, I have Donna Holmes with us, and Donna is going to be talking about her business, It's a Bag. So Donna, my first question for you really is, how did you get the business going? What caused you to start this?
Okay, that's an easy question. It was my son. My oldest of my sons, my middle one, is a firefighter.
Very cool.
And he wanted a bag made from retired firefighter gear. And being someone who sews, he just knew I could do it. And being a mom, when a kid asks you something, sometimes you say no. But being a kid, well, he's not a kid, he's a grown man, but I'm his mom. He was insistent and kept asking for a bag. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try. Let me try making a few bags and see how it goes. So from there, we made the bag. He loved it. It was well received. So that was really the beginning. It was from my son's request.
Very cool. I'm sure some other people at the firehouse saw that and were like, wait, I need to go ask my mom for a bag. Hopefully she knows. So that's awesome. Now, you decided, okay, now I think I can do a business out of that. Did you just start with his friends and people that he knew, or how did you start getting the word out?
Yeah, that's really how it started, was just through the fire community and specifically within the state of California. And so it was kind of a bit of a word of mouth, and just, hey, I like that bag. What can you do? And then just kind of venturing out of like, okay, what else can I make out of the fire gear? Something that it's supported by the fire wives.
Okay.
That's large of the clientele, because, they're proud of what their husbands do, and they want to maybe a purse for them, and the guys may want a duffel bag for their clothes when they're out on a fire, but they're just civilian clothes. So, yeah, I'm always looking for, what do they need? What suits their needs?
Awesome. And now that it's actually expanded, you actually have several collections now on your website. And how did that come about? Did word of mouth just spread, or did you say, okay, I see kind of a need within this market, let me go test that out?
Yes, it was a kind of a combination of the fire gear is retired fire gear. So it is a textile that was previously used for something else. And I originally, alongside of that, would make some bags, but they were out of new material. And in speaking to a boutique owner, she had mentioned upcycled textiles, and it was kind of in the beginning, like, what do I do? And then got thinking, well, if I can work with the used in a garment of fire gear and create something from it, what could I do with other textiles, like an old pair of denim jeans that have a hole in them or whatever reason, or maybe a discarded serape blanket, or you need those kind of textiles. What could I do with that? So then my focus just became more all-encompassing to reusing textiles in a different and creative way. You get to where you look at a pair of jeans in a whole new light when you've taken them apart and recreated them into a bag of some sort.
Wow. Yeah, I imagine so. So as you've been growing your business, obviously several things have changed. You know, you were just working with a smaller community and now all of a sudden you're talking to other people and it's expanding into different collections and different things. I imagine that there's a lot of things happening at once. You're going to need a website, you're going to need audience, you're going to need to reach audience, but you're also going to need to make these bags. So what has been something that has been like, oh, I need to learn how to do this, or this has been challenging for me, that you're really proud that you've like overcome over the last few years? Is there something that you feel like, oh, this is harder than I thought it would be, but I've gotten there?
Yes, for sure. A couple of things. It's really, I was not a large part of, say, the Instagram social media aspect, more Facebook. That's kind of where I started with my business and kind of telling people about it. So kind of figuring out social media through the Instagram.
Yes.
And just what's the purpose of a hashtag of all things?
Yeah.
That's a part of it. And then again, expanding out to, having a website and working with Shopify. And that's a continual growing learning experience of trying to figure that out. And, did I put everything in there correctly? Did I actually hit save? Did it, just all the aspects of trying to put together a website with the online store.
Yeah, absolutely. And now as you look forward to the future, what are some things that you're like, okay, these are things that I need to be aware of and planning for, and I'm not really sure what that future holds. So I know that even right now you're traveling and you're looking at different things as you grow your business. So what are some things that you have coming up or hope to do in the future?
Well, I'm going to be brave and say one of the things that's kind of floated around as a bit of a dream for this, as one aspect or tool of it, would be a mobile studio.
Okay.
Which would be, you may have heard of different mobile boutiques, whether it's in the form of a renovated truck or maybe a renovated camp trailer. And I personally really like that idea. And creating a space that is a studio, someplace where, I could have it parked and have, I guess, a mobile sewing room, if you will, but then also a mobile boutique. So if someone wanted to, say you wanted to, I don't know, host a get together with your friends and just pull up and have a complete catered to shopping experience, to be able to come in and look at what I have, or maybe even discuss something custom that you wanted to have made for you. So that's kind of fun. Yes, I am traveling. I'm going to go check out some fashion trucks today. So I just love that idea.
Awesome. Now, as far as impact, like I know that you had some impact with the firefighter community, and specifically when the fires happened in California last year, I think that you did some fundraising efforts regarding that. And then I know that really right now it's the impact of the recycled materials. And so can you talk a little bit about that aspect of your business?
Yes, I think we don't think about it, but the average American is going to be throwing away about 70 pounds of textiles every year. Mm-hmm. And so, for myself in our home currently, is my husband and myself, that would be, 140 pounds. That's a lot of textiles that we're throwing away because it's fast fashion. We're buying and getting rid of things frequently. So as one way to help reduce that is taking, that pair of denim jeans that have a hole someplace that makes them not usable, but the rest of it's usable, and recreating. And so the amount of waste that I'm throwing away from those pair of jeans is, the seams, the hem, waistband, so it's been reduced quite a bit. And then, yes, as far as impact with the firefighter community, I happened to be out in California during a couple of the very large fires and was able to do donation from bag purchases. Currently there's a female firefighter that is literally fighting for her life with cancer. And I was able to just be a part of that and donate towards her auction some bags. So somebody was able to get a bag from me, and they were also able to be a part of her fundraising. And that was, I loved being part of that too, because I very much like that. And then I was also able to donate 25 little small bags to a summer camp that is for burn survivors.
Wow.
And the little bags were going to be little first aid kits for the counselors. Typical camp first aid kits, Band-Aids, and a pair of rubber gloves, a few things like that they'll have. But instead of using, I think they normally would use like a Ziploc bag or something, but this is something that they could take this bag, use it for camp, and then take it and use it for something else when they're done. Mm-hmm. And hopefully when they see those little bags, when they're using them in their everyday life, hopefully that'll help remind them of the time that they gave up and donated to help others at a summer camp. So
yeah. Well, and just thinking from a kid's perspective, like if someone is approaching them with like something that has medical all over it, like they've probably spent a lot of time in the hospital having been a burn survivor, but to them, the firefighters are the heroes. Those are the ones that helped them rescue them from that. So I think that there's some really cool stuff as you think about it, that as well. So if someone wants to buy one of your bags, if they want to have a custom bag made, or they are looking for whatever, how do they find you? Where are you online? So you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook. Where can they find you? And
I try to keep it simple for everybody to remember. So on Instagram, I'm It's a Bag. It's _a_bag. And then on Facebook, I have a group and a page. That's when the learning process is. You start with one thing, add the other, and they're still both going. So
okay,
those, yeah. And then on Shopify, it's a bag .myshopify.com. So I just try to keep it easy, and that way it's not complicated, and hopefully we can all remember that. So
very cool. Well, thanks so much for speaking with me today and for sharing about your vision and dream for the future for your business. That's pretty awesome. And I love hearing about the impact that you're already having with your business. It just shows that you don't have to have a multi-million-dollar business to have an impact, that you can start with where you're at and what you're doing. So thanks so much, Donna, for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And that wraps up this episode of Build Change Impact podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found this conversation inspiring, or if it piqued your interest as to how you can work on your business and not just in it, I invite you to join other like-minded business owners in the free Build Change Impact Facebook group, Basecamp. Basecamp is a group of business owners here to help you, guide you, and share some insight about ways that you can build your business, change your life, and have a greater impact on your world. You'll find a link to join in the show notes, or just head over to buildchangeimpact.com/Basecamp. Come join us, and maybe we'll feature your story on an upcoming episode of the Build Change Impact podcast. I'm Stacey Ansley, and I look forward to seeing you in the group.